Boom, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Yes.
For a fun little talk. If you're newer to the stream, or maybe you're watching the VOD later, maybe consider hitting that follow button. You can find all the past episodes of Wiki Wednesday on the YouTube channel. So tonight, we've always start with something just fun that our guest is passionate about or just really enjoys. And Daisy and I talked about it before stream, and we thought popcorn would be a fun subject to start with.
I love popcorn.
Popcorn reminds me of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my dad's favorite snack. He would make a full bag of popcorn as a snack, and then he would give you like a small bowl of it.
Oh, that's very generous. I wouldn't give a small bowl at all. I'd be like, you go make your own popcorn.
And then he would eat out the rest out of the bag.
Yeah.
If you were watching TV, he'd be like, here you go, there's yours. It's like a handful of popcorn in a small bowl.
You just get the popcorn grease by putting your hand in the bag.
Oh, the butter. So what is your favorite way to make popcorn?
On the stove.
Yes.
I don't own a microwave.
Yeah, me neither.
So we just like coconut oil and kernels and pop and go.
We're the same. We're the same.
Oh, we're the same? Oh, we gotta
Yeah.
end the stream now. This is over. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys for joining us.
We explored everything we need to know about Wikipedia.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me.
Okay, see you later, pal.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't until I moved out and I didn't have a microwave that I was forced into doing the stovetop. For some reason, whenever we wanted popcorn as a kid, if we wanted to do like the stovetop pop, my mom and dad were like, no, like it was like some sort of arduous thing. So I always thought it was going to be like really hard because they never wanted to do it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's so easy.
Yeah, when you start not owning a microwave for a long period of time in your life, you start to realize how much better food can taste without one.
Yeah.
Like reheating, people are like,
Yeah.
it takes too long to reheat. No, you just put it on a sheet pan. But you don't have to wait till the oven is preheated. You can just shove it in the oven, hit it the temperature, wait like 10 minutes. And you know what? Your rice isn't mushy.
Yeah.
Any fried foods re-crisp back up. French fries don't turn weird and mushy.
Yup.
It's just you can take all your leftover Chinese and put it on a giant sheet pan and reheat it all at once.
I haven't done that. What I've been doing, in fact, I just had Chinese for lunch, is I throw it into a saucepan with a little bit of water, like the orange chicken and the rice and the veggies.
Oh, yeah.
And I just
throw everything on a sheet pan. Sheet pan, rice, everything just goes in and it comes back out and it's just everything's warm. And
sheet pan is smarter.
If you have too much sauce on one of your leftovers and you're trying to put everything, just put it in a separate tinfoil, to make a tinfoil boat on the sheet pan while everything else, so the sauces won't spread out everywhere.
Oh, it kind of collects at the, okay, I'm learning. Because I always wonder, like, when I'm reheating the rice and the chicken and stuff, I'm like, okay, I feel like the rice is going to be done soon, but I'm afraid the center of the chicken is still going to be cold. So I keep trying to like rotate the chicken to the bottom of the saucepan, like.
Got it.
So it gets to the source, but the sheet pan is a lot smarter.
Yeah, you could put the rice in a little bit of a, because I like my rice, Chinese rice, in stir fries or fried rice, like a little bit on the drier side. So I don't care if I put it just right on the sheet pan and let it kind of dry out even more. But if you wanted a little bit more moisture on it, you can put it in some foil and put a little bit of water, just like a spoonful, just to reheat that moisture back, incorporate that moisture back in.
Yeah, I know the one thing I did learn from my mom from reheating stuff on the stove whenever she did was adding a little bit of water too, no matter what you're cooking. And that just keeps it from like sticking in all those sticky burny stuff at the bottom of your pot. It's helpful in that way. What's Danny? Hi, Danny. How are you? Welcome in. Hi, Bunny. Hello. The only reason I'm able to make popcorn is the fact that my microwave auto senses the weight and sets the time for me. Oh, I've burned so many bags of popcorn before this wonderful little machine. Oh yeah, reheating pizza. I'm with you, Bunny. Like, it's gotta go in the oven. But now that I have an air fryer, I've been trying to like chop it up and stick it in the air fryer. I want to put everything in the air fryer. I want everything in the air fryer. Do you own an air fryer?
No, I don't. That's something that is like, do I want an air fryer? But I don't want any more kitchen appliances.
It's pretty much taken over all of my appliances.
I looked at like before and after pictures to see like, is this something that I would want? And I go, I like frying my shit.
Before and after pictures of air frying?
Yeah. What does the food look like?
Like mine, like I haven't like, I know there's like people come up with like air frying recipes and stuff, but I've only used it to be like, oh, here's just like a handful of frozen fries, throw it in the air fryer, set it, forget it. Like mine's mostly like a reheater. I haven't like cooked anything in it.
Yeah, I think the next appliance to go out of my house is the Instapot. There's nothing instant about it. It's kind of like, okay.
Do you own a crock pot?
No, the crock pot broke. It broke during transition moving into this house. I was like, oh, I'll get the Instapot because it's like a crock pot. But the the crock pot setting on the Instapot, not the same.
Okay. I've considered, I was like, if I got an Instapot, would that be an upgrade from the crock pot?
No. The
Okay.
slow cooker method on the Instapot not the same. You can actually look it up, and people there's like forums of people going, not the same, not the same, blah.
Okay.
So, if anything, I might revert back to the crock pot.
Erox says he got rid of his air popper for popcorn. Pan on stove method is so much better. Yeah, I try not to buy any single use kitchen things. I can't think of any. I mean, I can see my kitchen from here. It's not a single use, but I think my rice cooker is the only thing that's like, this is a rice cooker. The rest is like blender, food processor, slow cooker. I mean, but I try not to buy any single use. Not about that life.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on gourmet popcorns?
Ooh, if I'm having a sugar craving, sure, but I won't go out of my way to buy gourmet popcorn. If somebody sends it to the office, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna steal some of that or eat some of that. Like, I'm gonna take the entire bag and eat. Nobody else is having this. No. Like, I'm not a fan of kettle corn.
I'm not either.
The concept of kettle corn, the term kettle, like you just think of a nostalgic kettle, like there's something authentic about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be down with this popcorn. I tried it, I go, why is this sweet? So I wasn't prepared for a sweet flavor. So immediately my brain's like, no, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely need like a salty aspect to my popcorn. I can't. I like, even like if it's popcorn, it's gotta be buttered. I like the cheddar, and I'll do like the cheddar caramel, like the Chicago mix, when you mix the caramel and the cheddar together. But I can't do just the caramel by itself, unless it's mixed with something.
So the older I get, I won't go out of my way to buy it, but if it's available or if somebody's like, I got you a holiday gift of popcorn, and then it's usually that
yeah.
It's like, it's the Triforce of popcorn in a cylindrical container. And you know that whatever you eat, your hands are not going to feel the same afterwards. I'll eat it, but it's just like, okay.
I guess I have a hard time like buying pre-popped popcorn. That's not something I enjoy.
Yeah.
Like in a movie theater when I know it's just been popped, but like in a store, like in a bag. But I remember growing up, every year we had the holiday tin with this big giant tins. Like I think someone got one for my mom every year at the hospital, so we would end up with a 3-sectional butter, cheddar, caramel tin. And you'd be like, all right, I guess we have another like bathroom trash can when we're done, because what are we going to do with this giant tin that's Christmas themed? I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, hello, Dark Side. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Pyrup says, I had an air fryer growing up that I loved, then lived alone and just used a pot and it was fine. But when I had an air popper again, it was awesome. So she's pro popper. But those containers are the best storage devices. Everyone knows that. You must have a large collection of large Christmas holiday tins, Dark Side. I do like the dark chocolate mousse munch stuff. Wow, okay. That does sound intense.
Those are good. I've had that.
Moose munch?
Yes. Do they have potato chips in them?
Ooh.
I feel like I've had that.
Are you familiar with Fiddle Faddle? Did you grow up with Fiddle Faddle?
I've heard of them.
It's like a sweet popcorn. Do they Fiddle Faddle in here? Fiddle Faddle.
Oh, do they have peanuts in them?
Yeah, it was kind of like Cracker Jack stuff. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Cracker Jacky, Fiddle Faddle.
I think I was turned off by their design on the box.
I think it was like a red box or something, I think. I don't remember much else.
It didn't look fun for a kid to consume.
I remember this is what our babysitter would give us when we would sit down and I remember watching Bambi or like just Disney movies and her giving us a bowl of Fiddle Faddle.
Yeah.
For us all to share.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the box just turned me off. I was like, this does not look fun to eat.
Cheese popcorn and caramel mix. Okay, the Chicago mix. Moose Munch is basically Harry and David fancy Fiddle Faddle.
Harry and David, those two.
Good old Harry Indeed.
They got some great pears.
Yeah. Right, how about ice cream?
Mm, I love ice cream.
What is your go-to flavor?
Vanilla.
Okay. Do you
Now
put
it's vanilla. Yeah.
do you put anything in it? Do you top
Of course. Vanilla is my base flavor,
Okay.
and then I'll add fiddle faddle into it.
it? It's the only way I'll eat fiddle faddle.
Actually, a pretty good idea now. If you think about it,
Uh-huh.
caramelized popcorn into ice cream probably would work well because because it has that coating, so it's like almost like an armor,
Yeah.
so it won't compromise or make that popcorn a little bit mushy.
It's
Like,
true.
I've had wet popcorn. It's not fun. Like, it goes from like popcorn, super good time. I'm gonna enjoy this popcorn too. This is really gross once the popcorn gets wet.
Yeah. A soggy, mushy
Um,
mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it could help keep that consistency. Yeah. Keep that crunch.
My new topping is cornflake crunch in vanilla ice cream. Cornflake crunch is cornflakes,
Okay.
powdered milk, sugar, and butter.
Oh.
You crunch up the cornflake to about the third of its size, and you spread it onto a sheet pan, and you toast it in the oven.
Okay.
So kind of like you're making a granola in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes this wonderful, retains this crunchy texture, buttery, sugary thing, and it's delicious.
Oh.
And I usually put that in chocolate chip cookies. There's actually a Christina Tosi chocolate chip marshmallow crunch cookie recipe that's always my go-to.
Ooh.
But you can make the cornflake crunch in batches and just freeze them. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what this tastes like if I threw this in ice cream. Bingo! It was so good.
Are you mixing it like we did on our old days?
I tried. It's just not. It gets really messy on our countertop.
Oh.
I think our countertop is Formica.
So we gotta get your countertop colder.
Is it Formica? Yeah, it's that Formica
Formica
thing.
Is it
Like
from Mike? How do you
for
say
mica
Mike.
without the space. Yeah, there you go.
It's a bug.
Yeah.
This is their picture for Formica.
So that's why it gets messy. It hurts.
It's a grouping of ants. It's a genus of
Yeah.
ants.
Yeah.
All right.
Formica is the plastic. Formica parentheses plastic.
Oh. Formica. There we go.
But that's interesting that this is an ant.
It's an ant.
We'll come back to that.
Oh, here we go. A laminated composite material invented by the old Westinghouse Electrical Company in 1912.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think growing up, our countertops were Formica as well. Mine actually might be now. I haven't thought about it. Mine's like a faux. It looks faux granite.
Mm.
It might be Formica. It's pretty common. Hi, Leech. How are you? Absolutely not surprised. We start with the ice cream page. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Daisy and I worked together in an ice cream store.
We did.
Yes.
We did. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was great.
It wasn't. I remember like feeling stressed because that was like the height of Cold Stone's popularity.
Yeah.
And
I
like-
remember you would be stressed. And I'd be like, I don't know why you're so stressed out, dude. You're
And
like, we gotta get the ice cream. I'm like, okay.
Me, I was always worried about the cleanup. I'm like,
Oh,
this
you
is
were.
gonna
Yeah.
take forever. It's like we have to clean as we go, or it's just gonna be gross and disgusting, and I'm gonna be here till 1 a.m. So it was like getting people to like, oh yeah, as we go, every once in a while, I need to like clean out the. Remember that little water trough around the thing?
Oh, that was gross.
And it'd be like, as the shift is going, like once an hour, just like grab a plastic spoon and scoop that stuff and throw it into a trash can, and not
Yeah.
just let it collect. And like getting people on the mindset of cleaning as they go was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And like,
And then the ground would be weird, and then your clothes will always smell. You guys ever walk into a Cold Stone? Imagine like just living with that smell the entire drive home till you wash it essentially. But I don't think the smell ever comes out.
no, my Cold Stone polos forever smelled like sugar.
Yeah, it's this weird You guys ever stick your head in a freezer and there's that freezer smell?
Yeah, well, I do. I walk into a lot of walk-ins as a bartender. So
Yeah,
I
it's
know
the
the
walk-in smell. Yeah, that
Yeah.
walk-in smell, or if certain
Mhm.
freezers, home freezers, consumer freezers will produce that smell, mixed with sugar.
Yeah.
It's that smell.
I walk into a Cold Stone, or if I walk past one in the mall, it would like immediately like send me back. Just a
Yeah.
small whiff, I'd be like, I'm there.
Oh.
I remember.
Yeah, and some of the ice creams were worse to scoop than others.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember loving when people ordered the raspberry sorbet.
Oh, those are super like
that
butter.
Yeah, that like never froze completely. But
Yeah.
but then when you got like the sweet cream ice creams, anything that had
Chocolate.
like had the fake sugar or chocolate,
Yeah.
anything that wasn't our base sweet cream. was
You
terrible.
try to take your spoon and you're like,
Yeah, I used to I would have one of those pint quart things, those to go things with hot water in it, and I would constantly change out the hot water so I could just have my spades in hot water, so I could scoop easier during the day.
does anybody microwave their ice cream just to get it soft before they scoop it?
I feel like I've seen my mom do that. But
Mhm.
we've microwaved the spoon. We'd have like an ice cream scoop, and my mom would microwave the scoop sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
And then she would just grab like a pot holder to hold the spoon, and then just scrape it out like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I try to just run it under hot water, just because, like, man, sometimes scooping ice cream is a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I just wait 5 minutes. I'm like,
It's like the end of the day, and all you want to do is treat yourself, but then treat yourself becomes like work, and you're just like, can I just get this scooped into a bowl so I could just eat it in like 5 bites?
I want it now.
Yeah, but it just becomes a production. And then if you have a partner, they're like, can I have one too? And you're like, yes, because I love you. And you're like, oh,
Yeah. But the more you scoop, the harder it gets. When you can start getting around like the
Yeah.
edges, and you're like, "Mwah."
yeah. But
Yeah.
the edges, it's like a false. It's like a false testimony on the edges because you're like, oh, I'm getting the spoon is going in deeper. But really, in reality, you're just widening the ice cream box.
Yeah.
And the lid will never close like back the way it should again.
And you're not getting scoops, you're getting those flat chunks.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
collection of flat chunks. You're like,
Mhm.
I can't make this a ball.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should invent an ice cream scooper that's like heats up.
Just like you just plug it in,
Plug it in.
or it's like it
Plug it in.
Bluetooth recharges.
Battery operated spoon warmer.
Yeah, you can plug it into a USB thing and charge it up,
Why not?
and then yeah, it keeps it consistently warm.
I mean, it's a pretty dumb idea, but I'm pretty sure people will buy it. People buy ridiculous things. Be like, yes, I need this in my life.
Let's check this
See
out.
if somebody has the heated ice cream
Yeah, I'm
scooper.
checking Amazon right now. Heated ice cream scooper. Here we go. Stainless steel ice cream scoop, midnight scoop, ergonomic. That doesn't look like it wants to plug in. Dishwasher safe. No, okay, this is the kind that I had growing up. This silver one with what looks like the
Yeah.
wasabi ice cream next to it. I don't know why they chose
Yeah,
green.
yeah,
That's what I had.
that's great.
I remember that, but I am not seeing a plug-in heat-up ice cream scoop. What the heck is this one? Thrifty old ice cream scoop. What's going on here?
Ooh, let's look at that.
What is this? What is this? You like punch a hole? Are you just like
For ice cream?
and then lift?
Hey, let's look that up on Wiki.
Where? Okay,
Thrifty old time.
ice cream
yeah.
scooper. Is there a video?
Yeah, let's look-
I don't see a video.
Let's look that up on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Thrifty old time ice cream. The 2 words? 1 word? Ice cream? Scooper.
It does look like a speculum. Maybe the speculum was. Maybe we will learn in on this.
Oh, They're giving me nothing from this search, but before this one, they're giving me Dennis the Menace 1959 TV series.
Thrifty old time ice cream scooper.
Or just straight up ice cream scoop.
Wiki.
Superman ice
Maybe
cream.
scoop utensil.
Oh.
Maybe. No, that's pretty bad results.
Yeah.
Ice cream scoop.
Yeah, not much going on here for ice cream scoop.
But what is that? Spring power trigger big volume scoop.
Transfer scoops.
That's actually a great Tinder bio. You just leave out the ice cream reference. You go spring power trigger big volume scoop old fashioned.
Swipe right.
Yes, swiping
But they
hard.
But they want you to click on that thrifty old time ice cream schooner though. Good old.
What is this?
Look up the Rite Aid ice cream scoop.
Thrifty
Rite Aid.
sleeper. Look, I get Payless.
No, I didn't mean the Rite Aid ice cream school, but is there one? Are you trying to? And then they're like, oh, that doesn't exist either. I put in Rite Aid ice cream scoop. They're like, do you mean Rite Aid ice cream school? Sure. And that's not even a thing. They're like, oh, that's not a
Oh,
thing.
it says Rite Aid on it.
Oh.
Okay. Is there a video? There's a video. Industrial ice cream scale. Somebody. Okay. Cool tools. How is there's no wiki on this? We need to make a wiki page. But first, we need to sell heated ice cream
Yeah.
scoopers.
Because it doesn't look like it's a thing.
It's not a thing. We're gonna totally like. You guys would buy it, right? Lemons would totally buy like 10 of them.
Lemons would buy one, right?
Yeah.
Heated ice cream scoop. Amazon has everything, and it's not. There's nothing here. There's nothing here.
Cylindrical ice cream scoopers.
I think we're sitting on a gold mine. I don't even buy
Uh-huh.
ice cream, but I would buy 10 of them.
It makes a great stocking stuffer.
Yeah, it does. No one would be mad about you giving them a heated ice cream scoop. This thing
Yeah.
is thrifty old time ice cream scoop. This thing's $40.
Must have kept up with what is it? The cost of living inflation.
Yeah. At least the product did, even though our minimum wage didn't.
Mm-hmm. What is this? Customers insurance.
I don't even understand. I don't understand how this works.
What is somebody? This ice cream scooper, like the old one, sold for $121. Imagine what we could sell for a heated ice cream scooper. Oh, Rite Aid purchased the brand.
I don't understand that. And then I just squeeze it. I don't know. Unless something like comes out and hugs the ice cream. I don't know how you get that out of there.
Oh,
looks like there's a customer video. Okay. That's good. Here we go. Customer review. Old time ice cream scoop. Okay. I'm not getting any sound from it, but maybe there's any sound for the video. Okay, so you have this thing. Got it. Show me how it works. No, use it. The video's almost done. You have 10 seconds left. It pushes it? But how does it collect the ice cream? It pushes it out.
does it work?
EasyVid presents the 10 best.
Oh, God. Okay, here's another review. 5 best ice cream scoops. I just want one on this ice cream scoop, though.
Oh, here, I found a wiki.
Here's a finished product. I don't understand.
Dude, I like that. That's like Frankenstein.
Yeah, it
here's
looks
Here's the thing. Also, I'm hearing a little bit of echo in my audio. I don't know. I looked at every of my sources, and I don't know. I don't have an extra stream up, so I don't know where. Hello. Oh, I don't hear it anymore.
Echo?
Like I could just hear myself, like really
Oh.
low.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to be fed to yourself through my mixer at all. They won't even give me the option.
I don't want one just to annoy your wife. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
I want to know how. Yeah, I just want to see someone like.
Okay. Let's see if we can find it.
You just like press and lift.
Ice cream video. Here. Oh, this is Facebook. No, get away, Facebook.
I mean, maybe if I just skim through this video to the point where I see she has. Well, this is a 3-minute video. Here, maybe to the middle. I don't what no.
Why am I seeing more face? Like all the videos I'm coming across on YouTube, it's like, I'm going to show you my face for 5 minutes, the ice cream scooper for 1 shot, and then not show you anything else. Like, can I just see the video? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to make the ice cream warm scooper. And we're also going to make a video of this thrifty old-time ice cream scooper in action. Just a scooper and some ice cream so people can be satisfied. Because right now, we're not getting satisfied.
Yeah, because I don't understand how it works. Because like, once you stick it in there, do you like to have to like awkwardly turn it to the side to like... I imagine just like pushing it down into it and lifting it back up, you would just make a circle. Like... in the ice cream. I don't know how it picks it up.
Can I just see a video of this in, like, why there's like no... Okay, I don't need to... This is like, oh my God, every video I'm coming across, it's like reading a recipe. Like, can you just show me the recipe? I don't need to know your backstory of how much you love your ice cream. Okay.
Do you know why they do that? I found out recently.
They copyright.
Yeah,
right?
It's a cover up copyright. So yeah, that's the sole reason.
Here is how do I share this?
Hold on, Leech said that she DM'd me a link. Here we go. 5 ice cream scoops. Yes.
Okay.
All right. They don't need that.
I also heard they do that so people stay on the page too.
True.
So it gets better traction.
And a reason to just like post more ads before you get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Like users stay on this page on an average of 5 seconds.
Okay, here it is. So
Here we go.
You push it in and you twist it around and lift it up. And then you squeeze it out.
I kind of like this, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Except for that part. Except for that part. Because if it doesn't come out, you're gonna be like, I can see people getting angry at this, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have a cylindrical shaped ice cream flash across the room.
I mean, unless you have the perfect circle for it, you're gonna end up with a really weird scoop.
Yeah, what if like what if you and I lived together, right? And we had like this old time thrifty ice cream scooper and like a regular like traditional scooper.
Yeah.
And what if you use the thrifty scooper and I'm like, I'm gonna use a regular scooper? Like it just ruins your experience.
Or well, I thought you were gonna set up like a Paul Bunyan scenario where like, let's see who can make the more scoops, and then like I would be like the man with the axe, and you'd be the one with like the chainsaw, like. But yeah, I would be like, we'd have to have 2 separate things of ice cream. I would not mix. It looks cool, but then like now what? Now look at your ice cream.
How do you scoop the rest of that?
What are you gonna do with this?
What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now?
Oh, he's like, I'm gonna go to a different scooper.
What is that?
Yeah. He's like, I give up.
What are you gonna do now? Yeah.
I would just think you keep the speculum of the utensil drawer and never use it ever. Hey, a raid! Hello, Janine. Oh my gosh, hello. Hi. You did end up streaming today. Yes. Hello. Hi. And Rusty Panda. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome in. We're discussing ice cream scoops. If you have any deep thoughts about would you use a heated ice cream scoop is what we're trying to whittle it down to. We're trying to figure out what our market is because we found out a heated ice cream scoop does not exist. So if we made
As seen on TV, like 1 a.m. infomercial.
I would probably impulse buy one.
Right. I mean, imagine just the commercial itself. Tired of unable to scoop your ice cream, tired of bending your spoons, and it's like it goes black and white
you're
when
like,
and it's just like introducing the heated ice cream scooper.
And like the little bring, like a little shine mark, and the guy's
like
happy and it's in color,
yeah.
right?
Scoop into ease with this heated spoon. No plugs or chargers needed. AA battery, dishwasher safe, BPA free, made from the finest copper, steel, whatever. Doesn't melt the ice cream. Blah blah blah.
But we checked the Amazons and one does not exist.
Yeah, one does not exist.
The simplest idea of a heated ice cream scooper would not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please shout out Will O'Keys. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Follow these people. We got raids stacked on top. Follow Will O'Keys. Follow the Rusty Panda. They also gave us a raid. The Pomper Pair, who's in here.
Woo!
That's how I found Janine. Give them a follow. There's a lot of great people in here to follow. Follow each other and then just see who goes live. I hear great things about you. Uh-oh.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Who said those things?
Yeah, who said those things?
Hey!
And I have Daisy Days with me for people who are in here and you're looking for some variety on here. Check out Daisy Days. She does a lot of variety streaming. I told him how awesome you are and that you're a puppeteer. I am a puppeteer. I will show you guys a puppet real quick.
Oh my gosh. Then you can watch this puppet, if it's that puppet, tomorrow.
Oh, I picked a bigger one.
Oh, you picked that one, the smart one.
I can go littler. So
why isn't the smart one on my stream and you give me the little one?
Are you trying? Excuse
give
me.
me the-
Are you trying to tell me that I'm not smart?
Excuse me.
Hey.
There's a smarter puppet that I get you.
What? You're welcome.
You
are
have a smarter friend with a higher IQ than you. This is proven science.
I don't know. I'm the smartest person that I know.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Just ask me.
Okay.
Ask me who's the smartest person I know.
Who is the smartest person you know?
Me. There you go. There's the proof.
Oh,
Science.
okay. Sorry.
Science.
Sorry, I hurt your soulless soul.
So this is Dumpleping. He hangs out with Daisy on Thursday nights. Last week we went ghost hunting together. Dumpleping and Daisy might go ghost hunting again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I would do something like this for stream, but I think my arms would get a lot more tired
Yeah.
because I have to have both. This is what's called a live hand puppet, so he requires a little bit more to operate. But there we are. Little puppet here. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. Hello. Yes. But that is one of my bigger puppets. But yes, I was a puppeteer for Disney for 7 years. But before that, I was an ice cream scooper with Daisy Days. We worked together at the Cold Stones. Yes. No. Apartments.com. Jeff Goldblum. Yes. No. Yes. So we've just been hanging out tonight and looking up popcorn and ice cream so far. Oh wow, Disney World or Disneyland? Both. I was Disney World for 3 years and then Disneyland for 4. So I crossed.
You crossed.
I crossed over.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Disney, Daisy?
Disney World?
How recently?
I was like in my teens,
Okay.
early teens, mid-teens. It was a bad memory.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like a Griswold, like, yay, we're going there, and then it just ends up parents like fighting or just not having a good time, and I was just like, so the experience was ruined. I would like to go now as an adult by myself,
Oh, and you're gonna want to, like, if you do, line it up with the Epcot Food and Wine Festival,
Okay.
and I think you'd have the best time.
Yeah, I would want to go without other people or people who don't have expectations that we need to do everything together. I was like, I don't do. Yeah.
Then we'll go.
Yeah.
Because I go and I've just been there so many times. I have nothing that I need to do.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, what do you want to do?
I'm just like, I don't need commitment if I'm gonna take a vacation. Like if I go on vacation, I'm trying to minimize my commitments.
Yeah, if I'm going on vacation, I might pick one or two things I would like to see, and then that's it. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I would like to eat there, and then maybe I would like to see like this site. Other than
Yeah.
that, I'm there for 4 or 5 days. Everything else is up in the air.
Yeah. That's I'm that type of person. Like if
Mhm.
I was always been like that. Even like when I would go to the mall with a group of friends, like I would walk into like American Eagle or whatever and be like, all right, I'm done looking at whatever, and then I leave and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He goes like, I have nothing else to contribute in this store or buy, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to a different store. Like that's how I am any groups. Like you see me at PAX, and be like, all right, I'm gonna go over there and I buy.
I was the same where I would be like, well, when do we want to eat? Okay, I'll meet you at the food court at 1 o'clock. That's 1 hour
Yeah.
from now. I'll see you in an hour. Like,
Yeah,
so we
that
would,
was great.
yeah, we would meet up at like that. That would be it.
Yeah, because I want to go and I don't want to be held back, or I don't want other people to feel like they're being held back too, because like I might be more interested than you are, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how I want to do Disney. Be like, I'm going to go to Disney. Frank's like, I want to go too, but I was like, you don't do rides. It's like, but he'll drink. I was like, cool. Then you can carry like things. So
Including my drink.
yeah. I go to other places than bars at conventions. Yeah, sometimes I'll check out like what's that burger place? Whataburger.
Yeah. Oh my God. I have one of our Whataburger tents from San Antonio.
Why do you have? What is the tent?
I don't know the little like order number, like little plastic thing. I don't know how I ended up with it.
How did you end up with that?
I don't know. It's on my bookshelf. I have a bookshelf of things from like it's a collect all of like things from different projects I've worked on or places I've been and things like that. And I was taking out my luggage. It was from the first time we went to San Antonio, and I was like, oh, this is in my. Where did this come from? I don't know if I like put it in a pocket or something, but I ended up with one,
Nice.
and that's on my bookshelf.
I'll sign it next time.
There we go. I'll bring it with a
There
Sharpie.
we go. Yeah,
So you can
yeah.
sign
I'll
it.
sign it. Can you sign this for me?
So Will was a tour guide for Disney World, 2014 to 17. Did you maybe meet each other before your puppet? And he was the minister of Frollo, stand-in for John. I was there. I did Florida from 06 to 09, and then I was in California from 09 to 14, 09 to 13. So I don't think we would have crossed paths. We would have just missed each other. Wait, Daisy, you go other places than the bar at convention, says CF Bunny. Cutie Patootie got to go to Disney World on Make-A-Wish. Yep, get to skip ahead of the lines.
Nice.
Yep, people give you the dead stare. It was great. Yeah, those were fun. Like you get your pass, you just go up to the front, your speed pass, and be like, I'm in front of the line. Here we go. I think I went
Here you
down.
go.
I think I went down to Florida when I was a kid. The only thing I remember is that I got lost. That I lost the balloon I got out of the car window on the drive home. Oh. I remember going as a kid. I was like we went as a family like 14 or 15. I had the same experience that you did. Where it's like the idea of like my family saved up, to go to Disney World, and like both my parents were stressed like the entire time we were there.
Yeah. It was just like, I just remember not being fun and being yelled at by my father, and my mom being like, that's not cool, but my mom wouldn't say anything. So I'm just like, yeah, my Disney experience is ruined. It's like, I'm going to come back here as an adult and enjoy it the way intended.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more cooler parks now, so that's cool.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember like Magic Kingdom was the only one I cared about.
Yeah,
I thought Epcot was really boring as a kid. And
I agree.
and there was nothing to do with the studios either, really. So I was like, studios are okay. So we went to the Magic Kingdom twice.
Mm.
But yeah, I remember like it's a place where people like save up their money and they go like one time in their life.
How much money do you need to go to enjoy?
Like I guess it would depend on like, do you want park hoppers? How many days you want to be there? Do you want to stay in a hotel on property? I mean, so much factors into it, but I would say if you could budget like just 500 a day for like everything, I think you would be okay.
Okay.
Like get your admission to the park is probably going to be like 100 and something, especially if you want a park hopper. And then like food in the park and food outside of the park, and I would say if you can budget for about 500 a day, then I think you have enough of a cushion that you'll be able to make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just tried to Wikipedia cost of Disney World and nothing comes up.
Yeah, they originally got I'm sorry, not originally. They recently got rid of their like annual passes and stuff. So I'm sure they're right now their park entries is probably fluctuating a lot with COVID and everything going on. So they're probably not going to have anything definite posted online during this time. I've never been, but my sister took my niece, who was like 1 at the time. I thought she was crazy. Oh, you live in England? Did you go to Disneyland Paris?
Oh, that sounds romantic.
Apparently, it's Disneyland Paris has done nothing but lose money. To the point where they're thinking about closing it. California and Florida were helping keep Paris afloat because it wasn't doing very well. I think there's just so many other things to do in Europe that people like Disney isn't really high on everybody's lists. They go to like everywhere else you can go to in Europe.
Let's look up Disneyland Paris.
Look at Disneyland Paris? Okay. If you could go on vacation anywhere like tomorrow, where would you want to go? All expenses paid.
Shit.
Be like, where would you start looking?
I mean, to be honest, probably California. Drive up and down California again.
Okay.
I really like that.
Like wine tasting and stuff, or like what would you want to do?
So we flew into San Francisco and drove up to Sonoma.
Okay.
Found a hotel. So we spent the road 7 days on the road, and we didn't really plan any hotels in advance.
That's fine.
We would book that day on the way to wherever we're driving.
Yep.
It was great, and if we liked the area, that's where we would book the hotel. If we didn't like it, we go let's go to the next city further down,
Smart.
or trek back up. And we were food motivated, so we're like, oh, what's a good restaurant, And because we were on East Coast time, dinner time was a lot earlier for us, so we would get the reservations easier because we get the early reservations.
Yeah. Eat the rush.
So we started off in Sonoma and then drove to the coast and just drove all the way down to San Diego.
I love San Diego.
We used to go to San Diego every year, and we haven't gone in the last 2 years. Miss it a lot. We're trying to figure out how to be bi-coastal.
Okay.
In the wintertime, we'll live in San Diego. But
I would like that. I'm just gonna give Willow Keys a follow real quick because they did host into us. If you guys aren't following Willow Keys, give them some love and go check them out. Thank you again.
Nice. A piano streamer.
Yes. So is John Pumper. So I'm assuming that is connected. They might know each other. So thank you for that, host. Have a great night. Thank you. Yeah, 7 hours of streaming. Go eat something. Go eat. I used to go down to San Diego whenever I wanted to get out of LA. I would drive down. It was like a 2-hour drive. Go to Balboa Park. Yep. Did you go to Balboa Park?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Balboa Park. And they have this,
I just love San Diego.
They have this giant Balboa Park, San Diego. I wonder if they have a picture of the organ. Is this the organ here? No, that's not the organ. It's like a big outdoor venue, and I'm surprised they don't have a picture of the organ here.
You know what? I take that back. I have not been to Balboa Park. I thought I did, but no.
No.
Uh-uh.
I like going there, and then I would go to Old Town San Diego and like just get really good Mexican food.
Yes, I've been to Old Town.
Oh, I don't want Amazon.
It's just really nice.
Yeah, the weather is really nice. The people are nice. Like I remember like every year in choir we would go to a different, like we went to London, went to New York my freshman year, London my sophomore, and then Hawaii, and then San Diego was my senior year, and that's the one I love the most.
San Diego, it's just perfect weather, and I it's more magical to me again being on the East Coast time. So when you fly out to San Diego, like I'll get up at 5 a.m. San Diego time.
Yeah.
Because it's like 8 o'clock, and it's just like I'm sitting on the beach. Because I would stay at my friend's house, who was just like like 20 steps away from the beach. So I'd grab a cup of coffee and sit on the beach and just enjoy. It was so nice.
It's such a great area. I wish there wasn't. If it were less expensive, I probably would have ended up there. That's where I was looking at when I got out of high school.
It's expensive.
But
yeah,
it's a really expensive city.
Yeah.
Here's the giant organ that they have that is just absolutely amazing. And they would do like concerts at night, and you'd have the guy in the organ and then other musicians around him.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
It was really cool. That's definitely worth
The acoustics.
checking out.
High rope. So funny story. For the longest time, like I thought La Jolla was different from La Jolla. So I would be like, oh, La Jolla. Because like there's a town in Pennsylvania. They call it Juniata. And it's not Juniata. Like the J is not silent. So it's just like, okay, so I guess I don't know when the J is present and when the J is not present. Till somebody corrects me, I'm just going, like, I'm not every day La Jolla is not, La Jolla is not part of my conversation, you know?
Yeah.
So La Jolla.
Jolla.
Yeah.
La
I'm just going to
Jolla.
tell people, you know what? I'm just going to own and be like, I'm going La Jolla.
Going to La
We bought
Jolla.
a place. We bought a place in La Jolla. You know, because what are they gonna do? Make fun of me? It's like, F you. I just bought a place in La Jolla. Okay. What do you do?
Oh,
You guys can all visit.
I would totally go. Here's La Jolla.
It's
hill-
really pretty and really expensive.
The hilly seaside neighborhood within the city of San Diego, occupying 7 miles of coastline. Population, about 46,000.
It is gorgeous and expensive.
Yeah. So expensive.
Yep. Where would you go?
If I could go anywhere,
Yeah.
I really want to see Canada. Toronto is really high on my list of cities. Probably Toronto.
Okay.
I would probably go there. Yeah.
I've never been to Toronto, but I would want to go.
Yeah, I want to go there. They have a pretty solid puppetry scene there as well. And that's where they shot Fraggle Rock, was in Toronto.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of film and movie and like TV shows get filmed in Toronto because they get a good tax break on stuff. So they actually have some pretty good film studios in that area.
Nice. Nice,
So,
nice, nice, nice,
Toronto
nice.
will be high. Hi, Virus. How are you? That's a weird way to say Vancouver. Sorry, it's like La Jolla and La Jolla. I
La
see
Jolla,
I
yeah.
see Toronto, but I guess it's pronounced Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
This is accurate. I am from Toronto. See, there we go.
Yeah, see, same. Proof.
Yeah, I would want to see Toronto, I think.
Mm.
And I've been to Germany twice, but I loved it so much that I would probably go back to Germany too.
It's actually, we want to check out Germany.
Germany it's a beautiful country.
Germany,
food is
Vietnam.
good.
Yeah.
The beer was really good. They had a really great recycling system. Apparently, they pay you to recycle.
Oh yeah.
So like if you bought like a case of water and if you brought back all of the plastic bottles and put it into the machine, it would give you coins, and it was pretty much enough to just go in and just get another pack of water.
I think there's some places in where is it? Woodstock, New York,
Okay.
does that. And
Yeah,
I was like, what? Yeah.
They do have a similar one in California, but it doesn't give you as much. It would give you like 5 or 10 cents a thing. It was like 5 cents a thing. But like Germany would be like, here's like a quarter. And you're like,
Yeah.
that's worth it for me to recycle. Thank you.
Usually the bottles say like return me 5 cents. This one doesn't say it.
Yeah, like except for like Michigan, Maine, and like 3 states that don't. Collecting cans enough to get cash for a Game Boy game
I
at Funko
love
Land. Oh,
I love it.
I probably would have done that as a kid if that were an option.
Can we look up Funko Land?
We certainly can. Why does it sound familiar, but I don't remember where I've been to one? Oh, it takes me right to GameStop. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Oh,
they
was
bought-
Funko? I thought it was a convention.
Oh no, Funko Land was like EB Games, and there's one shortly by me that's called VGE, that was Video Game Exchange, and then GameStop bought up a bunch of them, so they must own Funko Land now.
Okay.
Babbage's. Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're all owned by that one company. Slowly became a monopoly. So
Monopoly.
when did you start playing video games?
Super early on. I would imagine as soon as I could pick up a controller. My first console was the Sega Master.
Okay, what was the first game you remember playing?
Penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin Sega Master. And Spy versus Spy. Motocross and that other, there's like a spaceship shooting game.
Penguin Land.
Penguin Land. Yep, there it is.
Oh my god, there's like a picture. I want like a game.
There's you can watch videos. I love watching nostalgic videos on this. It's a 2D top-down scroller, and the object is you're a space penguin and you have an egg, and your goal is to get the egg safely to the spaceship at the bottom. But the egg can only drop so many rows before it cracks. And there's like bears that want the egg, and rocks you need to move in places.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I really, really, really enjoyed this game. The graphics were super cute. Like, how could you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can still, I think you can find like sites where you can still play it, but it's never the same.
No, yeah, I've tried playing like I used to love playing like Duke Nukem and stuff, and it's not the same
Yeah.
like playing it like on a browser for some reason.
Yeah, it's never the same. Spy versus Spy on the Sega Master was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Let me look at the Sega Master games.
I didn't have Sega. We would SNES was my first. We had Nintendo. It was. Are they gonna just like maybe if I can find it this way?
Outrun was a great Sega Master game. I played a lot of obscure. Yeah, that's the one. I played a lot of obscure consoles because my dad was in the electronics business. So back in the, I don't know, 70s, 60s, I don't know if it's 60s, but at least 70s, 80s, and early 90s, early mid 90s, where it was expensive to buy a VCR or television set. And nowadays, when your television breaks, you just go out and buy a new one. You know, DVD players, you go out and buy new. It's like candy.
Yeah.
It's just they just hand them out like candy.
Yeah.
But back then, it was more expensive to replace it, so it was economically, cost-effectively, it would make sense to go find a repair shop and repair it.
Yeah.
So that's what my dad did. So, but he also had vendor licenses. So he was authorized retailer of Panasonic and other deals, other companies and brands.
Mhm.
So I had access to a Laserdisc player.
Okay.
We got into Laserdisc as soon as that hit the market.
Mhm.
Laserdisc also had a video game console linked with it, so we would play games from the Laserdisc. There were some really bad games, like there was an educational dinosaur. Like dinosaur laser
Because they have
disc
Zelda,
game.
Legend of Zelda on Laserdisc, didn't they? Wasn't there like some sort of weird
I didn't have access to that.
Laserdisc Zelda?
What
CDI.
was?
CDI. We had golf. I think that's all it was called on a floppy disk. Oh my gosh, playing games on floppy disks. I remember playing a game called like Aquanoid. We loved playing that. There was a little ball and thing at the bottom, and it would knock the things up top. We played Aquanoid a lot. Duke Nukem, the side scroller, like old Duke Nukem when it was actually a platformer and not a first-person shooter. And Wolfenstein 3D is the first game I remember playing at my grandpa's house. I mean, I was probably like 4 or 5, and my grandpa was like, "I want to show you something," and I didn't understand like what was going on, but I was like, "I'm controlling the thing on the thing," like my grandpa's playing Wolfenstein 3D. But
What's this dinosaur game? Now it's going to bother me. I remember going to like electronic conventions with my father, and there was that game, that Dragon's Lair, that I think Xbox recently put out on Game Pass or Games with Gold. I remember seeing that as a child when that game first released on Laserdisc. I was like, what is this game? It's so cool. But I can't seem to find it. But it was like, they weren't the best fun games at the time.
yeah, that's like the time where like everybody was trying to jump into the video game market, like before they even knew what it was or like what you could do with it.
Yeah,
It
so
was just get in on it.
it was getting on it. So other obscure consoles that I owned or had access to was, besides the Laserdisc, Sega Master, TurboGrafx,
Okay, TurboGrafx
console-
16, yeah.
the console and the handheld.
Yes, I have one. I bought it later in life, but I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it like maybe 10 years ago. No, I was still living. I was still living with my parents, maybe 15 years ago, and I bought the handheld too.
Yeah. My favorite game from TurboGrafx was, there was a hockey game that I really loved for whatever reason, and all the Bonk's Adventure.
Yeah, Bonk's Adventure, and there was a game. They had a Tailspin game that I really liked.
Yeah.
Here it is. Oh, it's so bulky. Here's the handheld.
Oh yeah, that's the handheld.
There it is.
It was so much fun. What else did I play? Neo Geo.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a Neo Geo.
I had a Neo
Can't
Geo
really-
Pocket.
And we had the console Neo Geo games. Can't recall. I'm sure if I saw some games, I'd be like, oh yeah, we played the crap out of that one.
Neo Geo System.
Like, where are they now? Like, obviously, I had the Game Boy growing up, and I had like obscure Game Boy cartridges that somehow my father had access to. Like, it would be like some Japanese or Chinese cartridge with like 1,000 games loaded onto it.
Oh yeah. ROM cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, what else did I remember playing as a kid? We would only get like 2 or 3 games a year, maybe, because they were so expensive. I remember playing a Sesame Street game on regular Nintendo. Contra, played a lot of that. Contra was, my brother and I would play Contra a lot.
I was very fortunate, but it was like these video games, access to video games was basically my relationship. Like, you know, that classic system, like classic tale of like the parents, like they don't know how to connect. So here's a video game, here's to occupy the time. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
I was the same way, and I was, out of the 4 of us kids, I was definitely like the gamer heavy one.
Yeah.
Like if I weren't like, because I would go off on like auditions and stuff a lot, and then if I weren't doing that or like in dance class or in school, I was usually playing like a video game at home or like with the friends in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't remember a childhood memory not having the NES in the house.
Yeah, same here. Like, or some sort of video game or some sort of like game thing. Like, if I didn't have a console, it would be I had access to computers. This is my father technology again. We had computers at very early age, 80s on, and they were pretty expensive back then. So I remember like getting into video games from like Windows 3.1 era, you know. And then we go to his friend's house who were in the same line of business, so they'd have a computer too. So I would like, you know, the classic preloaded games from Windows like Ski.
Yeah.
What is it? Chips Adventure? Like it was like something about like you have to collect like little like computer chips or parts, or there was one with a mouse and cheese.
Chip's Adventure. Getting Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I remember playing that on Nintendo.
Yeah. Chips Challenge.
Chips Challenge.
Let's look at.
Mega Man, oh, maybe it's this one. A top-down video game.
Yeah, top down.
Oh, that's just a small picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this one bigger? This one's a little bit bigger.
I never got into Minecraft because I couldn't understand as a child. Nobody taught me how to play it. Windows 3.1 games.
Yeah, I remember going to Blockbuster a lot. I definitely had a Game Boy early on because I would be doing like shows and stuff like that. I'd be like commuting in the car to the theater or things to do at the theater while I was waiting for the show to start. Like I was usually had my head in my Game Boy and then I'd be like, oh, gotta go do the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Go do show. Or like riding home, or like riding home in the car, like trying to convince my mom or dad to leave the inside light on so I could see the screen.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
play the Game Boy.
Yeah, because you couldn't see it at nighttime, and if you were still like determined to play, and the sun was setting, and you would wait for the street lights, every street light, and you're like, please go forward, just to catch the passing light, so you could like, I
eventually tucked a flashlight in my neck.
I would do that.
Click on the flashlight and hold the flashlight and play like this. And like lean into the door of the car and play like that. Yep. Oh, the magnifying light. Yep, I had that. I had the big fold-out thing. It was you fold out the speakers. There'd be Game Boy speakers that folded out, and then you would pull the magnifying glass thing forward, and there'd be a light that you could turn on that was in the frame of the magnifying glass, and it was like it made your Game Boy like 3 times bigger, but it kind of worked.
Yeah, there was so I grew up with a lot of games, like, and then PC for the longest time, like your classic SimCity 2000. I'm looking them all up now. Mech Warriors. I love Mech Warriors. That was so much fun. Like my brother loved Diablo. There was a lot of educational games. Classic.
Like good old Mario Teaches Typing.
Yeah, that was later on, but I enjoyed that. I remember there was a Sesame Street game, educational math game, where it was like Grover and some spaceship, and you gotta like. There's a lot of other things.
Like Super Grover, Sesame Street video games. Wasn't he like Super Grover or something? Adventures of Elmo, Grouchland, Cookie Monster's Munch. Count's Castle, Grover's Travels.
Let me see. I have to look up images a lot of times. Computer.
What's the one I used to play one on? I remember playing one on Nintendo that had like a Ferris wheel you would try to spell, and as the Ferris wheel was going around, you were trying to click on the letter as it reached the bottom, and it would bounce over into the word and tell you if it was correct. And then there was a thing where like Ernie was in a tub and you had to turn the pipes to direct the water to get it to his bathtub so he could take a bath. That was kind of weird when I think back on it like that.
Mine was Astro Grover.
Astro Grover.
And the design was so, now looking at the design, like I want a sweater with this design. Full on design.
Ernie's Magical Shapes and Astro Grover, but it's not giving me.
It was a 1987 DOS game.
I'll have to go to Google.
Never bring Daisy back. She's bringing up obscure things that don't exist on Wikipedia.
So what's it called? Astro what?
Grover.
Astro Grover. Images.
There it is.
Oh, that looks really familiar.
I love the music in it too. It's like
Oh my
I'm-
god.
it's like all classical music, like 8-bit sounds.
I think I do remember this. I definitely remember this graphic. I think I played this too.
I love this game. There was, I think, Math Whiz video game, computer video game.
Oh, this would be a great like ugly sweater design. Have the houses wrap all the way around the sweater, and then on the front there's
Yeah.
this Grover up like
Grover?
this. Yeah, and then like across the top have the planets and everything. Oh, I
Yeah.
could see it.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay, so other obscure games that I grew up with, educational series wise, because you know, Mega Math Blasters, Treasure Math Storm.
Treasure Math Storm?
Yeah.
Treasure Math Storm.
There you go.
This?
It was that.
Oh my god. Up, down, up and down, up and down, down. Snowballs, money, treasure. And what, like when you get a math thing right, you move forward?
Yeah, I guess so. There was like different variations of this game from the same developers. Yeah, there was a like Hugo's House of Horror was another one that I played a lot. Me and my brother tried to learn how to play Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but we're like, this game sucks. Because we just run into because it's just a text-based adventure. I should actually stream that one day.
Yeah. Revisiting any of these, like, I remember playing Maniac Mansion as a kid and Day of the Tentacle. And they recently remastered Day of the Tentacle. It's on Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
But that'd be one that'd be fun to stream because you can choose whether you want like the modern day graphics or the original graphics.
Oh,
for it.
modern day.
And then Full Throttle was another one that they ended up remastering. Those were LucasArts point and click adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Like Full Throttle had like Mark Hamill did a voice in it, and Maurice LaMarche, who does Brain from Pinky and the Brain on Animaniacs, is in it. And you can hear his voice she's totally doing Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that was all these games. Like Math Blaster's a classic one. You're shooting trash in space, and Lemmings.
Oh,
Lemmings is a good one.
Oh, really? I hated Lemmings.
I love Lemmings.
Oh, Lemmings never held my attention.
Dinosaur Adventure 3D, and I think they came out with like a human body adventure 3D that was pretty cool. I also really enjoyed like graphic design programs back in the day. Like Crayola Rock came out with one. Did you ever have Crayola Rock?
No.
Oh, they had the most like awesome sounds from the 90s, like Crayola Rock.
Crayola Rock video game.
It's like an art, like printing, like on your dot matrix. There you go.
Oh, fun.
Classic Reload, that one. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Like you make like cards and shit. Like I think I made like birthday card invitations for that.
yes.
It was so good.
Just like a bunch of clip art.
Yeah, it was basically clip art. Yeah, that's what it was. But the sound effects were great. Like, yeah.
Have you played Purple Palace? Purple Palace. Doesn't ring any bells. Purple Palace game.
I want to say I did actually.
Oh.
I think that came out much later, but I think I remember like my friends' kids or like somebody's kids playing this.
Just like
Oh,
decorating
and then-
cakes and stuff?
There was a lot of more obscure games because like I had like Monster Disc 5000, which had like 5,000 applications, including games on there that we would load on a CD-ROM and we'd play. Can't recall any of them, but
Oh my god.
there's a couple of games I wish I could remember, but I just remember like it was like a first-person view. You had a sword and you go through a gate. You're like some sort of knight, and I think you have to like fight a dragon. I can't recall. There's like dogs.
Oh.
There's like a dog that reminded me of the dog from Ghostbusters, but I don't know what it was.
I can see
It
it, but
wasn't-
I don't remember the name.
It's not Dragon Hunter, but I just remember like the first enemy you saw was like a dog that reminded you of the dog from Ghostbusters, or at least when I was a kid. I remember that. See, I want to say it's that, but I don't think it was that.
Yeah, this
At
looks-
least
this looks
by the
way-
graphics, I couldn't.
It looks too modern.
Obviously, I got into StarCraft, Warcraft. Later on to Counter-Strike. But it was yeah.
Okay, Pyre, we used to play a bunch of. Oh, my Caitlin played a lot of Jumpstart games. I remember Caitlin playing Jumpstart. That was a
I should
little.
play-
Yeah, this I remember Caitlin playing she had a collection of
yeah.
these. Jumpstart first grade, Jumpstart second grade. I remember those.
I was a bit older when those started to come out,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, that's cool.
Duke Nukem. Do you ever play the what's it? Suit?
Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego was another one I would play. The little phone on the side of the screen,
Did you ever? Oh
and
yeah.
then you hear Carmen running.
Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, and my friend and I, we played that one time for like 5 hours trying to catch Carmen Sandiego, and we just couldn't do it. I mean, we were super young, and we were, I mean,
Me and my
under,
brother were so good at that.
like under 10. Did you ever play this version of Duke Nukem?
No.
My grandpa had all 3 that came out, so whenever I went over there, I would sit at his computer and play this version of Duke Nukem.
No, me and my brother would play Doom because the game Doom as a child would scare me. So me and my brother would be able to we were small enough that both of us could sit in the same chair together with an armrest.
Yes.
I would use the mouse to shoot and he would use the WASD keys to move around
That's cute.
together. Yeah, because that's the only way that I would play Doom. I tried to play Myst because I went over like this other guy's house that my parents would just drop us off. Joe. He was a computer guy too, so he had the game Myst on his computer, and I was like, let's try to play this, and it was just like too obscure for me as a child to figure this out. It was
Yeah.
up there with Minesweeper. I was like, boo.
Yeah, I remember seeing those games and they didn't hold my interest as a kid.
Mm.
Oh, here's Carmen Sandy. This would be a fun game to stream.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Daisy Days and Dumpleping visiting really old video games, trying to figure out where Carmen Sandiego is.
We're gonna play Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and we gotta beat that first. There's no graphics on that.
I didn't see that. I never played that game. I've never played ones that's just all text.
I mean, as a kid, you're like left, and you're like, your character moves left, and it's like, what would you like to do now? And you're just like, you can't figure out as a kid like all the terminologies. So that
Yeah.
was always fun.
I remember as a kid, like we didn't understand this game that much, so we were just trying to like click random stuff and hope we got to Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
It was like basic. That's how we tried to get to Carmen Sandiego.
What is this list of games?
I played Doom against my social studies teacher in the school PC lab high school during recess. Nice. I played Myst much more recently. I love them. Oh, is it not good as an adult? Myst?
Man, like yeah, there was just something I just really enjoyed video games.
yeah,
always loved it.
yeah, it's something that's always stuck with me
Yeah.
all throughout life. I've owned every system at some point.
I agree. And I feel like the older you get, for whatever reason, like the adult world doesn't want you to know that you play video games.
Yeah, I think it's slowly becoming more commonplace, but it still feels like something that's not appropriate to talk about in a social setting. Like it does feel like this thing.
Yeah.
There's
It
this-
is a thing. It's awkward, and it's weird.
Yeah, it's like it's weird to be like, oh yeah, I could like, yeah, I want to like sit at the airport and play my Switch and like, and I shouldn't, and I don't like care what people think around me, but I know at the same time.
I don't care.
They're
I'll whip it
probably
out.
thinking it's weird, and I'm like, why is that still a thing right now?
No, I don't
I'm
care.
like-
I just notice like when I interact with other people, pre-COVID, like it was like, oh, what does your spouse or partner or husband, wife do? It's like, oh, he does XYZ trade for a job. But I was like, okay, what do you guys like to do for fun? Well, I like to do this, and he likes to play I guess on this computer. I was like, what do you mean he likes to play on the, like, does he play video games? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
He's like walk them into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I play video games,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like, so what do you, or like, it's like, I equate it to the same time, like being a puppeteer. When people like ask me like what I do, I tiptoe into puppeteering sometimes. I'll be like, well, I work in the industry. What do you do in the industry? Well, I work in entertainment. What do you do in entertainment? Well, I work for Disney. What do you do for Disney? Well, I work in there, It's like, and then finally, like, I puppeteer for Disney. Like, and it's because it's a weird thing where, like, if depending on the circle you're in, if you're just like, I'm a puppeteer, like, people are gonna be like, wait, what? You do what? And I feel like video games get that same. Either people are like, oh yeah, or they're like, what? And it's like, it's been around for like 40 years now. How is it still a weird, like, how is it weird that instead of like watching a series, you want to play the series?
I don't know. I personally don't care. I'm like, do you play video games? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, then move on to the next person that I want to vibe with.
Yeah. It was at that point I realized I no longer care about you, but your husband is my new best friend.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Plays video games with his friends. Like, so he's part of a guild.
Yeah. So what's his gamer tag? Because I play that game too. Honestly, Vorpal has very little to talk about with people if they aren't also gamers. Yeah, gaming is a really strong community.
It really is. And it's like, again, like, I feel like the older you get, now in the streaming community, the ages range, so we all kind of like, oh, okay, certain age groups, we all know and nod and understand. But outside of the streaming, yes, there is a life, there's a society outside of the streamer world that exists too. And when you like zoom out of that, you're like, where are all these people that play video games that might not watch streamers or, might not be in Discord or whatever? They just don't, they're just like, you play video games? Yeah. I'm like, it's not in the same line of cocaine. Like, you can say, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, it's like, what do you do when I'm not bartending? Well, I'm usually at home playing video games or working on some sort of project or, but it's a weird.
Manifested the shame or something.
Yeah. Society's done a good job of like shaming this, outlet, but I'm like, I remember that like my sister, my older sister was never really into video games, and I remember like when we moved to California together, it was the first time we'd lived together in like years, and I was playing the Batman Arkham series, and my sister was immediately like sucked into it, watching it, and she's like, wait, this is what they're doing with video games now? And I was like, yeah, it's like 3D Batman, it's voice acted and stuff, and she's like, so that's what you mean? She's like, this is not what I was expecting. Like, I was like, it's like you're playing like a Batman movie right now. And then she would get mad if I would play it when she wasn't home.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And I appreciate the video game community. Frank and I had this long discussion yesterday about relationships, IRL, friendships and relationships. And I was just like, he's like, sometimes people, if they don't really know me, they think that that they did something wrong because I'm not coming around as much or as often. And like sometimes like Frank will have to explain to them because he's at a show. It's like, oh, where's Daisy? Is she mad at me? And he's like, no, she's not mad. Daisy's just home playing video games.
Yeah. It's like,
he's like, I want to tell them like she'd rather be home right now playing video games. She doesn't need to come out to my shows because when like for first 5 years of our like relationship, she'd come out to every show now. So she's like, she'd rather just stay home and play video games with friends that she's made over the internet. I was like, yeah, because like we have something common that I want to talk about, because if I go to IRL, I don't need to talk about certain things or feel committed. I need to talk about topics that I have no interest of talking about. Like,
yeah,
what book club you're reading or whatever. Like, I'm just not I'm not interested.
And like then I'm usually like when I'm gaming with people online or stuff, like we're talking about life as we're playing the game together.
Right.
It's like an added thing where like you're not only communicating, oh, how's work, how's life, like that kind of thing, but then you're also like solving a puzzle together at the same time. You know?
There's a common goal.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, like I went on this date. And it's like cool, like I'm into going out on dates, but it's the same topic over and over again. Can we talk about something else?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just superficial things. And I'm like, I want to go try to solve this dungeon boss. I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely have that where I'm like, I could be talking to 6 people right now and playing Overwatch and just having a conversation about anything. So it's
Yeah.
weird now, like going out and not having that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay, cool. We're just like sitting here looking at each other, and that's nice too.
And partially I'm an intro extrovert.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
if I'm in IRL, I'll go in a room and light it up. It's just like, woo, Daisy's so nice and everyone's having a good time, yay. But I expend so much energy to making sure that everybody's having a good time or just everybody's comfortable. I know it's not my job, but that's just who I am personality-wise, and I recognize that. And because if everybody else is having a good time, I'm having a great time too. It's just like a exchange of energy. But as soon as that night is over, I need to like shut myself from society for a solid, I don't know, X amount of time, days.
Yeah.
And just completely shut down and just be like, I don't need to expend any more of my energy to other people right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that, like, especially when I started like streaming and stuff, because streaming takes a lot.
Yeah.
So you usually like I stream in the morning and then I'll stream again at tonight like I am right now. But my in between time, I'm doing almost nothing, like because I'm just recharging.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
I'm doing little tasks and things by myself, but I'm not like calling people on the phone. I'm not being super social outside of that. I'm mostly vegging out and or working on something very small. Like it takes a lot. But yeah, it took me a long time to realize I was also an extroverted introvert. For a long time, like growing up doing theater and everything, I thought, no, I'm definitely an extrovert. Why would I want to be an introvert? Ew, no. Introverts are boring. Introverts are bad. You know, extroverts are the fun ones. And then, like, as I get older, I'm like, I am not an extrovert.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a pretend extrovert.
Yeah. And then, like, thinking back, like, I remember my parents getting upset if I wasn't, like, outwardly, like, expressive over, like, a surprise or a gift or something. And I thought there was something wrong with me. And then, like, now thinking back, I'm like, no, I was an introvert this whole time.
Right.
Like, oh my God. Like, that opened up so many things.
Forced to be an extrovert.
You're like, I was like, why aren't you, like, say thank you? Like, I was like, no, like, I am thankful. Like, it's all in here. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, I was an introvert.
Speaking of gifts and, like, reaction, like, being like, oh, great. Why are thank you cards a thing here?
Do you do thank you cards? My parents made me do thank you cards, but I haven't.
Why are thank you cards a thing? Like, I swear that people who are into Pinterest and the people that I can't hang out all the time are like thank you card, like fanatics, like thank you card for everything. And I'm like,
oh really?
Why is thank you cards a thing in the United States? I don't understand. I mean, I was born in the United States, but like everybody else, like I feel like outside of US don't really do as much diehard thank you cards for every little event or thing. Like,
I don't know. I remember hating having to do. My mom would sit me down after birthday parties and stuff. I hated birthday parties. I think it's all because I was introverted and I didn't like that kind of attention. But then like having to like do thank you cards. Like I don't know the last time I bought a card for even like a birthday or anything. Like I never expect them and I don't give them to anybody. Like,
yeah.
I'm like I don't care for that. I don't need it.
Like, you verbally told me thank you for XYZ gift and attending. I think that's good enough. I don't need you to go out of the way and spend, how much are stamps now? 36 cents? I don't even know how much stamps are. And mail me something that says, thank you so much for showing up and here is the gift and we really appreciate it. I'm like, you already told me this verbally. I don't.
Yeah, and then I don't know what to do with the, like, I'm with Pyro. Like, I don't know what to do with them.
No, these now I'm at the stage in my life where it goes in the trash.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you wrote a really nice thank you card, like maybe 1 out of 50 is really nice. And be like, oh my gosh, this is actually really good. They did not tell me this face to face. Will go on my liquor cabinet.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If it feels a little bit more personalized, I might hold on to
Yeah.
it for 6 months.
Yeah.
But
Till it gets booted by the next card.
yeah, I'm like, there's only room for 3.
Yeah.
And you bump out the weakest one. It's a
Oh,
battle.
stamps are 55 cents. Yeah, it's a battle. It's a BR thank you card.
Yeah, the BR thank you card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where to keep them. I remember my mom loving them, and she would tape them all around our kitchen, like at Christmas time. And now my mom complains because she's like, no one sends cards anymore. Or like, I stopped sending them this Christmas card because I would send them a card and they wouldn't send me a card in return. And I'm like, Mom, no one sends cards anymore. I can call you, text you, FaceTime you. You know, there's so many other ways that I can say thank you. That card, I don't get it. I don't know why I have to go out to Hallmark, buy a $7 greeting card.
It's not even that anymore.
Happy birthday
Now
on it and send it.
it's not even that anymore. It's not no longer going out and buying a card. I feel like that's like the cheap thing to do now. Now is to take 5 different pictures, now professional pictures, pick the right ones that you want and put them into little frames, and then like get a Pinterest quote, put that on the other side.
laugh,
don't
love.
even sign it and just mail that out.
Yeah, I do. Actually, my older sister will do that.
Yeah.
I thought I had the Christmas one still up, but it's usually just like Christmas or like a baby arriving. But it's like a postcard that's like a collage, and yeah, it looks very Etsy, very crafty thing, and it'll just say, you know, Happy Holidays from the Browns. And you're like, okay, I'll put this on my fridge for 3 months.
Like, if you're gonna write me, I love heartfelt things. Like, if you were gonna be like, what should I, Frank will ask me, what should I get you for XYZ event? I was like, you can just write me a card. And what I mean by that is like a heartfelt, like, letter, not just like, thank you for being married to me, Frank.
Yeah. Dearest Daisy, let me count the
You know?
ways.
Yeah,
My mom had to remind me to thank my aunt for the graduation card she sent me. I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think. If my parents were not over, like my mom was not like, you need to sit down and write your thank you cards.
Oh, God.
So now that I'm older, I'm out of the house. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't have my mom being like, sit down and do them. So yeah, I don't do those.
I'm like, maybe next year's the year of when you get older. Is it like one of those things, as you get older, you start to appreciate them more? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't.
I guess getting mail is nice, but I never look for the cards. I don't like cards, but I do have an outstanding competition with my mother to send the most ridiculous Christmas card. Last year they got like a 3-foot tall card with Lewis and I.
So that was a great one. That
That's
was a great
good.
one. Yeah, 1 week.
What do I get? Like a week out of this? If I do at least one post on Facebook and one on Instagram, can I shorten that to 3 days?
You know what? We will keep cards just so that like Frank can see it, or I vice versa.
Mhm.
So, do you see the card? Yeah, I saw the card.
Cool.
Recyclable. I have the recyclable sign on
Yeah.
it.
Picture documentation. We have it in digital form now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And then you gotta text them. Thank you for the card.
Yeah, thank you for the thank you card.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm glad you got it.
You should start just sending thank you cards in return for thank you cards.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you
just
for the
gonna
thank
be
you
like,
card.
I'm now gonna be. Oh, that's a great idea.
And just see how long you can keep that chain going with a friend without ever bringing it up.
Yeah, thank you for the day. And it helps the post office. So I'll just buy for a bunch of
Yeah.
forever stamps. Yeah. Yeah.
My friend does send me cards for just about everything, but it's because she's lonely and bored during the pandemic. Aw. Cards stay on my
Oh,
shelf
yeah.
until I notice they're 8 months later, and then I throw them away.
Yeah, but Pirate, those cards are different. I'm talking about like, thank you for seeing my face last weekend and like this event. And like, you already verbally thanked me for this.
Yeah. I don't. And if I had to buy a card, I remember like in like my 20s and stuff, if I was still buying birthday cards, it would always be like, I would take like a get well soon card and edit it for a birthday.
Yeah, that's Frank and I
Yeah.
do that all the time. Like
Yeah.
we'll go to immediately to the children's section and whatever numerical value, just append the other second value that we need to. Or just start crossing out and rewriting the card like it's an ad lib it.
Ned just threw out a Y2K party invite. Ned, are you changing your name color all day? I haven't touched it. No. Twitch name colors.
Oh yeah, when you refresh, it does that.
Thank you for.
Yeah, I'm the.
Yeah. I will keep the graduation and marriage congrats cards, I think. Yeah, I know I have a few on my in a fridge on a basket on top of my fridge, but I mean I never pull out cards and reminisce about them. Yes, I remember when I turned 23. Here we go, Snoopy. Thank you for the reminder.
What? But the graduation, marriage cards, if you go to the sections, it's what society wants people to celebrate and be happy about. But what about the other important things, that we sometimes should celebrate about? We don't though, because not normal to celebrate about. You're getting a divorce. You're getting a divorce from, but from a butthole.
Congratulations on your divorce.
Yeah, this is hard to do, but you should celebrate because you're positive for yourself. I don't know.
That breakup was worth it.
Yeah.
Rally
I actually have a blank card in my work case when we were before pandemic. It's basically a card that can celebrate anything. You just highlight what you need to. Because I'm the asshole that's gonna forget some event and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, and I don't have access to make a card real quick, so I have this backup safety card. I'm the most prepared person in the world. So I was like, oh, I can keep this in my bag in case I forget an important event for somebody that I should have remembered, so I can just pull it, highlight, done.
So it was like a Mad Lib card.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's just highlight the event.
Thank you, Steve, for the insert name of event here. Same here, Pirate. When I moved, I threw out a ton of cards that were just sitting in my closet. Years of birthday and holiday cards. Yeah, that's just a lot of trees to me.
It is. Look at that. And the worst is if you grab some asshole, put the wrong envelope in the wrong card stack, and you're like, okay, card done, envelope done. You grab it from the same stack, but it's not the right fit.
Yeah. I've always been fast. I've never looked into it, whose job is it to make these cards? Your job was just to design birthday cards.
Dark Side, Sleek Mouse.
Greedy cards. This is the dream.
Yeah.
I heard that the guy who does the voice of Mickey Mouse now used to work for Hallmark and make cards before he got hired to be the voice of Mickey.
Anti-cards.
Anti-cards?
Yeah, I hate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
I'm sure there's a whole... I mean, I thought there was also going to be a heated ice cream scoop, and there wasn't.
Oh, is Nagellan still here? I feel like Nagellan's a good market consumer testing person to ask. Would you buy an ice cream scooper that is dishwashable, BPA free, sustainable, made from US copper, USB rechargeable? Did I mention also dishwasher safe?
Yeah.
Heated ice cream scooper.
Yeah. Would you buy a heated? You flip a switch, it warms up the end of the scoop, and you scoop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, USB in the dishwasher.
Look, you know, we're trying to hit all the things.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely a scam. What if I told you Daisy and I are making it?
Yeah.
Do you still think it's a scam?
Yeah.
Do we seem like scammy people?
Can you see the commercial for that? If Tipsy and I made a commercial for that? Are you tired of bending your spoons when getting your ice cream?
Me with a shovel in a gallon of ice cream, and the shovel breaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super over dramatic.
Yeah. No, getting your wrist hurt by ice cream being too hot. Oh, my wrist.
My ice cream elbow. I'm getting ice cream elbow, Doc. It's my ice cream wrist.
Scooping and losing the scoop. I dropped everything.
We actually got this ridiculously hardcore ice cream scoop as a wedding gift. It has like a blade on it almost.
Was it the
What?
old time scooper? Nedge has the old time scooper.
It's not the one where you like plunge it into the ice cream and you pull out like a puck, a tall puck of ice cream, is it?
Like it's and then it acts like a staple gun where you trigger it and ice cream just.
Yeah. But it's not heated, is it?
It's not heated, right? No USB.
Yeah, no,
Dishwasher safe.
Watch if you start researching it and there's all these horror stories about people who have tried making this thing and it's just gone horribly wrong. It's like, no, it's
Melted their counter.
just like the technology doesn't exist yet. No, trust us. We've been trying to develop one for years.
I think there's sites you can go to and tell them I have this idea and they will like outsource it for you and you just pay a percentage. We should just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don, they have people like they'll buy your idea and make it for you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Maybe
yeah,
just have-
I'm like, yeah, I just need 10% of that idea. That's fine.
Yeah.
You guys can do the rest.
But yeah, we should totally make anti-cards and the first line should be I hate you. You smell?
I feel like I've heard anti-card sounds really familiar.
Anti-thank you cards. Like I did not enjoy your
Yeah.
birthday event.
Here's a whole cafe press on anti-greeting cards.
Oh.
Science is
there they
real.
go.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, the humans. No humans is illegal. Yeah, like all this. Yeah, I think you can find. Yeah, I do want one that's very political, but I was
They're very political.
but I was hoping there'd be one to be like, your divorce was a good idea. You're free now. But yeah, these are all politics, all of them. Okay.
I'm sorry about your breakup, but not really sorry. You deserve better. Like, you know.
Yeah. Anti-greeting card on Etsy. Are these also politics? Fuck Valentine's Day. I love you every day. There's a good one.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
great one.
Sometimes I wonder how you put up with me, but then I remember that I put up with you, so I guess we're even.
Ew, feelings.
Yeah.
Another year as my husband, you lucky, lucky man. These are great. Yeah, we should just totally do that. How much are
Yeah.
their sales? Like 177. That's the same store.
Here's one. You don't suck.
Oh, those are great. I like these. Okay, we're all going to Sleek Mouse and Dark Side.
Yeah.
The four of us, we're gonna make a card. Oh, I love the finger and hole.
Just this.
That is so good.
It says
Can
so
you
much.
imagine accidentally giving that to the wrong person?
Like, I would rewrite that as a get well soon. Send that off to a friend. Oh, you found it. Okay, here it is.
This would be a great, like, congratulations on your new baby.
Oh, this is intense.
This is intense.
A twister scoop that like legit like has a blade on it. Oh my god.
Dude, that looks like very, like, wrong accident. It's gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So we can incorporate that into our commercial. Tired of stabbing yourself? And then use that one and, like, have fake blood come out. Like, ah!
Tired of scooping ice cream and then finding out you accidentally stabbed someone?
That's not cherry toppings.
The only thing in color is the red coming out.
Yeah. Like, over-exaggerating, spewing out.
Yeah, but it works really well. This is the perfect utensil for ice cream and a murder.
It's
Look-
out of stock.
Looks like something you use to remove someone's heart. It must be that good. Good cooked twister.
I've never seen that.
Oh, my mom is a sucker for buying like the things you'd find at like the end cap of Target, like an avocado
yeah.
pit thing, and you're like, my mom will send me like little single-use kitchen gadgets all the time. Like, you can use this to slice your onion or dice your onions. I'm like, I can also dice an onion in like 30 seconds. Like I can also do that with a knife. But she loves sending little knick-knacky kitchen things. And you're like, all
And my
right.
mom tried to do that to me. My mom, like, she would, like, go to Costco and come back and, like, all of a sudden, like, I own new bed sheets. I'm like, why? Not even
Yeah.
for the size of the bed I own. I'm like, why did you get this? Like, it was on sale in Costco.
Yeah.
And, like, me and my cousins on my mom's side, we're on a thread together and we would talk about this. It's like, does your mom do that? Like my aunt, does your mom do that? And she goes, yeah, my mom does that too. It's like, yeah, so they go to like Costco and buy like a knife, right? A knife set because it's like on a good deal. It's like, yeah, I bought you knife. And I go, my mom does that too. But there's like, does your mom make you pay for it? I was like, no, I wouldn't even pay for it. It's like, my mom buys us things that we didn't ask for, but then makes us pay for it. So she thought of you, but it cost you $39.99.
Yeah, my mom's like you have your love language. My mom's is definitely gift giving. She will.
Oh, that's my love language. Yeah.
She'll just like send me things in the mail, and I'll be like, Mom, did you send me chili lime cashews? She's like, yeah, I found a good deal. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I guess like I'm gonna eat these chili lime cashews now. But my mom would also do like, here's some bed sheets, and you'd be like, oh, okay. Because she'll just find a good deal and she'll buy it and she'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's fun. But my mom's like moving, so she's like unpacking the house, and I feel like she's becoming a hoarder ever since empty nest syndrome kicked in.
Yeah.
So she's like, I gotta hold on to everything, and I'm like, she's like, do you want your yearbook? I'm like, no, please throw it away. She's like, why don't you want it? It's like, I hated everybody in high school. Like it was worst time. It was the worst of times. It was the worst of times. No. I don't want that. It's like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm not gonna sit there and reminisce. Like, let's go through my yearbook. That's the last thing, I want to do. But she's like, do you want this panini press? I was like, I don't want this panini press. Do you want this? I was like, I don't want. Just throw it away.
Yeah.
Give it away. Actually, donate it.
Yeah, my mom sends me random things all the time. Like I showed earlier today the pictures of me doing Dodger at the theater, and she see it. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, all right, I guess I have these now. I'm like, you could have just gotten rid of these.
You should hang them around your house. You should have hanged them around, like the one that where you're pointing. That'd be a great bathroom one. Just pointing at people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yearbooks are good for like when you're graduating and people are signing it, and then like when you're 80, and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember going there. I remember this kid. I hated that one. But like other than that, like I don't need to hold on to it for 60 years just to reminisce.
Yeah, I would be like, this person was cool, this person was racist, this person was racist, this person was really cool,
Yeah.
This person, I don't know what happened to them. Yeah, it's just like not good. I was just like, I don't want it. I was like, I'll look at my baby pictures if I want to see my younger self, but that's about it.
Or if like it's good like if someone gets into a scandal and you can be like, I went to high school with that person. See, there's me and there's them. And you're like, oh.
No, I just told her to throw them away. I was like, I don't want them. Because it was cool just to get them signed, and that was about it.
Yeah. They were good
Yeah.
up until I have only two. I have my freshman and my senior year that my mom sent to me, and I haven't looked at them since they've been sent to me.
KIT, keep in touch.
Yep. Here's my phone number, and you're like, that's not even their number anymore.
Yeah, we should try calling them.
Yeah, just go through your yearbook and be like, hi, hello. Do you remember me?
This
Who's at this number
is-
now?
Yeah. Well, I have your number now.
Acquiring a house full of someone's stuff was like that. My mom was like, oh, you should keep that in case. And we were like, we don't want it. So you would.
Yeah, Pyro, my mom's like that.
At least she doesn't
I
judge
signed
us.
on your crack.
She doesn't give us random stuff.
Yeah, I signed on your crack.
I signed on your crack. I recently looked through my yearbook again because someone I work with, I went to school with, his son. Yeah, I pulled mine out like 3 years ago or like 4 years ago because someone here knew somebody that I went to high school with. They're like, you went to high school with them? And I was like, yeah. And I took a picture. We were on the same page in the yearbook. And I was like, yeah, see, we went to high school together. But like, that's it. That's the only time I've ever pulled it out.
I don't. I have a small shoebox full of like old memories. Like actually like notes from like back in like high school that I thought were funny. They're still funny. That's about it. Like I like to purge things and just like, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't
Yeah.
need this.
I've tried to like my apartment just has stuff in it that comes from something. I wanted everything in my house to like have meaning.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this was from a project I did, or this was a gift that was given to me by somebody and we did this together, and so I try to go through like once a year and get rid of things that I've acquired that really have no meaning or like purpose, like meaningful purpose.
Yeah.
And I try to go through. I'm like, I haven't looked at this in a year. That can go. That can go. That can go.
Yeah, we do this thing where we'll purge. Like if we're bored on a weekend, we'll see an empty box in the recycling area and like, hey, let's go through purge this portion of the house. These portions of the house were like done, and then we'll go through all the drawers and go, and then donate it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we just. I don't want to hold on to things, and there are things that I have a hard time holding on to. But I also go, if I haven't done anything with it, just get rid of it.
Yeah. Ned says her husband is a minimalist hoarder. He hates buying things, but he also has a lot of trouble getting rid of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like my mom is a hoarder, and then my dad was like the worst person to shop for because he doesn't have any hobbies and he doesn't collect anything. I think if my dad had his own place, he would have like a bed and like a chair and a TV, and like that would be it. And I'm like, I'm trying to get more to like my dad's level. Like, he's like, I just don't need anything. You're like, here's a new wallet. Like, you could even buy him a necktie because he was a blue collar worker. He never wore ties. So you'd be like, what do I get you for Christmas? I don't know. Here's some pajama pants. I don't know.
I think I'm just looking up hoarding right now on Wikipedia. I'm like reading through, like, oh, this is good to read too. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like there are some things that I think there's that feeling, like I'm reading the wiki now. It's like that makes sense, a feeling of discomfort about discarding possessions that you don't need. Like,
yeah,
you don't need, but you don't want to discard it.
Yeah, I think like anxiety, and here it is. Anxiety is linked to it. Like, oh, what if I need that later, or
That's my mom. What do I need that later?
You're never gonna know if you're gonna need that, so might as well hold on to it. We can find a spot for it. Don't worry about it. And you're like, okay. I think if it weren't for my dad, my mom would be one of those people where you walk in, you're like walking around the maze of newspapers and stuff, being like, Mom, I know you're in here. Where are you?
Watching Hoarders and gets you to yeah, that's what happens to us. We'll watch Hoarders and be like, yeah, let's get rid of things that we don't need.
It's a nice cleanse.
Yeah. Good enough quality to give away, but too good to throw away. Yeah.
That's when you sell it. So it's not good enough quality to give away, but too good to throw away.
But selling sometimes online is a pain in the butt itself.
Yeah, it can be. I've thought about like flipping furniture as like a side thing.
Have you flipped before? Have you got into flipping?
I only did one. What got me interested is I did one with my dad in 2019. When I went and visited, I wanted something to do like some sort of craft. So we went to a thrift store. We bought a TV tray and ended up pulling it apart and sanding it down and painting it and like all that kind of stuff. And we went to the hardware store and got the little nuts and wing nuts and stuff that were missing and made sure it worked really well. And then when we were done, I was like, you know what? Like that was actually like a really cool process. I think I could see myself like wanting to do this at some point.
Yeah. It's fun. I got into a little stint of flipping a few years ago.
Just like furniture or like where were you flipping?
I would go to thrift stores and flip things, and then or things around my house or Craigslist. I wouldn't buy like a Zumba. I found a Zumba workout video for like $6 and it sold for $90.
Oh, I was like, are you doing like any sort of restoration on these things, or are you just flipping?
No,
things?
just flipping things. It was like when I was like looking for full time. I was looking for full time work, and I was like, I need to make money, like somehow make some cash. And I was like, I can flip things. I can go to flea markets and get things in low and flip them.
Oh, that's pretty smart. I was thinking like go to like a Goodwill or something and buy like a coffee table for really cheap and then like refurbish it and fix it up and flip it that way and then be like, oh, and then I can sell it for like $100.
I can't refurbish things. So I like the idea of like refurbishing the coffee table, but I would strip it down halfway through and be like, it'll sit in my basement and nothing gets done with it. It's like, yeah, I'll get to it.
I think I would do that. I think I would have to like fix myself to like one piece of furniture at a time. I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
that end table. I do the end table. It's done. Maybe I can flip it for like $60, 50, $60, and then I can go. Then I can get the next thing. If not, I think I would just end up with a bunch of half projects.
Yeah. Flipping is definitely like there's people who are like committed to it and they go source things. Sourcing is the biggest thing on flipping, just to flip. And then you got the eBay, people not paying money, or people say I didn't get it, returns, and
Oh, I
back
would just do local pickup only.
Mhm.
Cash. You want this? $50. Come get it.
yeah.
Done. I've got a blanket in my lap since the child ruined my plan. What happened?
What?
Hi, Lala.
Lala.
I know someone who does restoration on antiques, especially couches. Oh, furniture restoration. Her work looks awesome. Probably can flip it for a pretty good price, too. I haven't thought about doing furniture. I think, like, furniture, anything more than, like, solid wood. I don't know if I could do, like, a chair and get into, like, upholstery and stuff. I think I have to, like, step myself into it. But
I feel like upholstery would be easier than woodwork for me because I just think in my head logically go, oh, just fabric, staple gun, done. But
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more that probably goes. There's a lot more that entails to that goes into that process. But in my head, it's like just make sure it's taut and just staple gun
and
it.
that's it. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, like, okay, how can I make this, like, ergonomically better? Like, if someone's going to sit in this chair, I need it to, like, be a comfortable chair. But at least with, like, I'm like, oh, it's a bench. Like, a bench is a bench. You know, I don't have to put any fabric on it. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any last things you want to talk about before we wrap it up? Or is there
Mm.
any dying things?
Pretty. I'm sleeping.
Oh, sleeping would be good.
What is sleep? Sleep.
Well, if you guys aren't following Daisy Days, give her a follow. She is a variety streamer on here as well, and she streams your Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, right? Regular
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Streaming all kinds of stuff. We'll be streaming together tomorrow night.
Sorry, Nedge. I wake up at for the last like 3 days. I've been waking up at 3 a.m. consistently. I don't know why.
Oh wow.
Sorry. But yeah, I'll be.
I go through phases like that. It's a hard cycle to break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out together tomorrow night on her stream, so check out her stuff. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Daisy, for joining me. It was fun talking about popcorn, into ice cream, into video games, into to travel, into flipping, into all kinds of stuff. So thank you for hanging out. And next week, I believe Captain E-Rock is going to be joining me. So if you want to keep up with the series, make sure you hit the follow button, and then all the social links are down below. And I think that is everything. And the final answer is Daisy Days. I win. Confetti time. Here you go. Oh, I don't have the confetti. Oh, that's on a different. I don't have the confetti set up on this one. I'll just here. That's for you. There you go, Lala. Here's your confetti. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you next time. Goodbye. Thank you to my executive producers, Adjective Beaver, Licho, and Mamaru, for being awesome people and helping me out at the highest level. If you like what I'm doing on here, whether it is the streams I'm doing in the evening or the crosswords during the day, Patreon is a wonderful way to do that. And here's some other awesome people who help me out in that way. So thank you very much. Thank you to my moderators, my creative team, Daisy Days. Gordo's back, who is a new addition to the mod team. Galvos is the green, Licho, and the Rusty Panda. Check out Daisy Days and the Rusty Panda as variety streamers on this platform. And my creative team, Darkside and Sleek Mouse, for making this a beautiful place to hang out with your eyeball holes. Give Sleek Mouse some love on Instagram. Find him at Sleek Mouse and give him some hearts. And last but not least, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.